Welcome to the brief introduction for the Psychology Squared NPE groups that we run 4 times a year, and they last for 10 weeks. So I'm assuming you're either enrolled or thinking of enrolling. So I'm hoping that you'll find this information helpful to getting started. So this is just a quick orientation for you to understand the resources that you've been given. And this is an AI-generated presentation. All right. So I'm going to go through the materials that included, the ARPRA website links, and your general registration. So let me go find the first document that we have included for you. One moment, a few there. All right. So when you enrolled, you received this document that has information for you about the groups. So the first page tells you the dates and times that we are running the groups, which are usually Tuesday evenings at 6:30 p.m. As we slide through, you will find then you'll have the Zoom link. So you will need this link for every week for the presentations. But there is also recordings that are done for each night, which I'll go through as well. And you have the access to recordings. There's also some private resources that just Jess, Amanda, and I, the 3 presenters, have found handy over time that we've uploaded to a place for you. The next page in here is things to do before we get started. So the preparations for the NPE are often huge. The groups are not enough. You'll need to do external studies as well, but we're there to guide you and support you through your learning. There are some materials that we've included, which I'm going to show you now as well. So we have included a recommended reading list, a checklist, and also the ARPRA website. So let me now go find for you the first one, which is the reading list. All right, so there is on the ARPRA website a reading list, and what we've done, Psych Squared, included in this group, is created a document that has all the domains and documents, and if we have found whether they're free anywhere or through a library or there's a purchase price, and provided links for you, so you can work through that document. I am going to go through and direct you shortly to this one document here. The other document included is the NPE readiness checklist. Just give me one sec. So that's included as well. And then that's just got some questions that you can work through. It might be something you'll do before you get started or as you go through the exam group. So they're the documents we've included. The ARPRA website, I'm going to again show you that page. I've got that up ready to show you as well. Bear with me. All right, so the ARPRA page. So just go to Google, type in ARPRA NPE, and they should land you on this page here. This page is worth spending time getting orientated to the NPE content. I'd even suggest saving it as a favourite. There's a lot in here. It includes, of course, registration dates, includes information. OLP means sitting at home, so that online proctoring, which is something I did. And you'll also talk to Jess and Amanda, who also did it in a centre as well. Information here, the one that's probably the most helpful to get orientated to is the curriculum, but all of these are important documents. So please go to the ARPA website, have a good look through it. There's online practice questions as well. There's 4 that you can have now, and then there's 20 when you do register for your exam. All right. So that covers the included material and the ARPA website. There's a little bit more on the included documents. So let me just go back to that one. One sec. So they're the first pages there. Then we have, before the group starts, you can actually get started on your NPE preparations now. You will find that there are the 4 video recordings that you can watch that already are loaded for you. There's the domains listed below. So there's 2 for the assessment domain, and then there are 2 now for the intervention domain. You can see the duration of them, so you can set it, and they're all in a YouTube environment. So you can fast forward us, you can pause us, do what you need to do to get through those recordings. So when you get this document, you'll have the full links and the full passwords for each of those. We also include an interesting number, 291 quiz questions in a Kahoot style. So they're broken down again into different sizes. So we call this one the full length down here, so the 150 questions. We haven't intentionally done them to match exam because we're not going to challenge your license or our licenses to that. But there are questions about the exam content and help you get orientated to practicing sitting for an exam. So the exam fitness is just not knowledge. It's the 3.5 hours you need to have that endurance to sit the exam. All right. The next page, we have socials. There is an NPE group. Whether you're part of the group or not, we encourage you joining here. And there's more out there. So do a bit of a search, find other Facebook groups to join as well. Copyright, of course, I'll cover shortly. And then down the bottom, we have the programming, so the layout for all the content there. So what the weeks are, and we just work through a general guide for what each night will be. There is one more thing on that one as well. I apologise. Hang on, I'll just go back to that document. Down the very bottom, after all of that, we also do list all the or the APS guidelines. They are all behind a paywall, but we have listed them out there for you, but they're not part of the group. That's something that if you are an APS member, that's part of your membership. If you're not, it's not necessary, but we just point them out to you so you have that as well. All right, let's go back to the presentation. So you'll meet Jess, Amanda, and myself. We all do different sections of the NPE curriculum, and we're all registered psychologists, and we all have set the NPE. So you can ask us questions. We don't do coaching. We do definitely provide you with a lot of information and our own personal experience. So Psychology Squared is who you've bought the NPE group through. David Lopez is our board-approved supervisor. He runs groups and individual supervision. Okay, so I've gone through the recordings with you. Ethics is the first part of the group. So I'm going to go through some tips on there as well. And the reading. So I showed you the reading list. And there is also a book that's not part of the reading list, but it's the Pelling and Burton book. I do have another link I think I have open to show you. Give me one sec. All right. So this is the ethics book that everyone refers to. It is only paperback, so one I've been able to find. So order it up, get it sent to you, get it started. Doesn't mean it's through Amazon, it's just a page I've pulled up. This is a book that is very good for ethics. I have also just kept down here, this is the other document that a lot of people do get as well. And it does have an electronic version as well. It's not showing there, but there is an electronic version of this book as well. And it's a really great book to work through. It has, I think, 100 exam style questions. It has a lot of content about each of the chapters, but that's optional. Sometimes people do sell it secondhand as well, so keep your eye out for that. Right. Okay. Yeah, just a reminder, please, we try to make these groups cost efficient for you. So please just have a look at what we provide, and that's for you. You've purchased it, that's yours. So the group. So you have your expectations. So we would assume that it's for you to come prepared. You want to learn, maximize the experience. So we want to hear about that on the first night. When you come along, we want to hear about what you're looking for from the group so we can make sure we are helping manage those expectations and working with you. So ours is really to aim to have active participation and engagement and share our knowledge. So that's what we hope to make the groups useful for you. All right. So you have a kind of a choice for attending or to use the recording. So the attendance really is designed for you to come, be interactive, challenge your knowledge. We don't always put you on the spot, but we're really trying to get you just not to listen and learn, but really see how your memory is and test out your memory, because that's what the exam's about. So if you can't attend tonight, great news, we record it. So you can listen to that recording in your own time. If you choose to do the recordings, that will be your choice. But we do find people that attend the group get a lot out of it. They're able to participate, actively engage. So we do encourage you to attend the groups and listen to recordings if there's something we said you want to go back to, or that you have by chance missed it a week. All right, so week one will be with me, and we will go through this content at a slower pace. I'll answer any questions you have about getting started and a general orientation, as well as to meet the group and see where everybody else is at, understand the pathways, and of course, that overview of the NPE. We'll go into a deeper dive so we're clear on what we're doing, plan it out for the next 10 weeks. After week one, we have, of course, weeks 2 and 3, which is purely ethics. So my encouragement is thinking, where shall I really get started? Focus on ethics. There is the APS Code of Ethics, which is a free document that is in that resource finder that you have. There's also the Procter & Gamble book that I've suggested as well. Have a good look through that one. It's got some really good ethical dilemmas in there as well. And then, of course, that reading list by ARPA as well. Have a look through that. There was a lot in that section for ethics, including things like mandatory reporting. So, see if the weekly groups, we hope to build on your skill. Get ready for the NPE by looking at that ARPA website and find the links for enrolling. And once you register, then you can choose whether you're going to sit at home or in a centre. And again, the groups are great for really just seeing where everybody else is at, where you're at, benchmarking, as well as you get to share knowledge as well. So we've had people that have had excellent knowledge about psychopharmacology and others that had excellent knowledge on certain aspects in diagnoses as well. So thank you for listening, and we look forward to seeing you in our groups. And if there are any questions, contact Psychology Squared. Thank you very much.